Hi, this is Aaron. I got my monk video done, and I'll probably be doing the ninja next, and then I'll be going into the range since they share accessories. Um, just trying to go by gear sets to make it easy on my inventory. Um, One thing that I like about the monk is that it attacks really fast, so I don't really want to try to build skill speed for it. It pretty much is as fast as it needs to be with the grease lightning buff, and pretty much it makes it almost impossible for me to do two off globals between GCDs, so I only do one. If you can fit two in there, um, go for it, but I don't think it's really necessary with how fast you're going to be attacking with a global cooldown of like under 2 seconds. So let's get into the opener. Pre-pull, before like combat even starts, I form shift into opo-opo so that the first dragon kick can get the leaden fist buff. Use meditation to fill up the chakra, and Fist of Fire to get the 10 extra % damage until you can get the fourth Grease Lightning stack. So the first attack is going to be Dragon Kick, then Twin Snakes, then I go to Snap Punch. That's when I hit Perfect Balance, and I repeat Snap Punch a couple times. After the second Snap Punch, I do Riddle of Fire. After the third Snap Punch, I do Fist of Wind, so that the Demolish will finish up filling up the Grease Lightning stacks. Then I use Forbidden Chakra after Demolish. Then I use Bootshine, which is buffed by Leaden Fist, and we'll get a pretty good amount of damage from that with 75% extra damage. It's just ridiculous. And I use Brotherhood after that, so I can immediately start filling up my chakra for another Forbidden Chakra in a few GCDs. Then after that, I use Dragon Kick and Elixir Field. After that is pretty much the end of Perfect Balance, which is pretty much the end of the opener, and then you get into like the meat and potatoes of the rotation, which basically you're going to be doing the two flanks, or the first two hits of the combo are always going to be on the same position around the boss. So you're going to want to do the two flanks first, in my opinion. Then you'll do the two rear ones after that. And the only one you're really going to be switching is basically Demolish and Snap Punch. You want to do Demolish probably every third combo so that you keep reapplying the buff. So basically it's two Snap Punches, then Demolish to finish off your combos with. And like you're going to be switching between Dragon Kick and Bootshine for the first hit, and you'll be switching the other two for the middle, basically with the first ones you start out with. So like I said, the first two hits of every combo should be on the same side. The third hit will be different depending on where you are at on the dot from Demolish. After that, I mean, use Elixir Field on cooldown. Use Forbidden Chakra when your chakra fills up. Shoulder tackle when you can. Reserve for getting back into melee if you have to, because their monk has no ranged attacks at all. So yeah, you basically want to use that just for getting back into melee combat. If you know you don't have to use one in a while, just use them to get a little more extra DPS. Six-sided star, I rarely use that. I would only use that if your Grease Lightning stacks are about to fall off and you can't finish a 3-hit combo, just so that you can save your Grease Lightning stacks. It's definitely better to save your Grease Lightning than to let it fall off and have to reapply it. Tornado Kick, only use it if You know your Grease Lightning stacks are going to fall off, and or like at the end of the fight when you're just about to beat the boss, use it just to get that little extra DPS in at the end. Let's see, Brotherhood, keep on cooldown to try to regain chakra as fast as you can. Perfect balance, I usually use that to do extra DPS. If you do happen to lose your stacks of Grease Lightning and Perfect Balance is up, you'll want to use that to regain your stacks. As long as like you're like in battle, like if you're still in combat but the boss is away, you can use Anatman to refill your Grease Lightning stacks or to keep it from falling off. But if it does eventually fall off, or if it does fall off, and Perfect Balance is up, Perfect Balance is a great way to refill your Grease Lightning stacks if you have to. Go back into Fists of Fire if your Grease Lightning stacks fall off again, just to get that extra 10% damage boost. But other than that, you'll probably want to stay in Fists of Wind just to keep up with the 4 stacks of Grease Lightning. But yeah, during Perfect Balance, I try to get as many leaden Bootshines as I can. So basically, I try to get a leaden or a dragon kick off before I activate it. Then the first hit is a leaden Bootshine, and then every other hit after that should be a leaden Bootshine after you do dragon kick. So basically, I would build a crit build for this so that you can build chakra faster, since it's based off crit procs. And I mean, even if you do get a crit, it's not guaranteed that it'll open a chakra point, although with a 70% chance, it's pretty much likely that you'll open up a chakra point when you get a crit. So yeah, I'd rather build a crit so that you can get a crit build so that you can get more Forbidden Chakras off in the fight. Skill speed, I mean, if you don't want to apply Twin Snake every other time, it'll make your rotation a little more complicated. But if you really want to get a low enough GCD to where you can get Twin Snake every 3rd combo, that might be viable, but I'd rather go with a simpler rotation with higher crit instead of a longer or a harder to remember rotation with lower crit. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the monk, and I'm looking forward to getting into ninja next.